Some people find it unsettling to witness scenes that formerly encourage laughter suddenly make spectators uneasy when it comes to Christmas movies that provide viewers comfort and joy. From casual racism and sexism to toxic conduct, some of these Christmas films are not without flaws and would most certainly be done differently today. Here are top 10 Christmas movies that aged poorly. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Number 10. Home Alone 1 and 2. Without seeing Kevin McAllister's antics in Home Alone, A Winter Holiday isn't complete, but the movie isn't without problems. The first is Kevin, who strikes me as a little obnoxious and rude. Then there are the two dim-witted wet bandits who would rather torture a youngster than break into his home. He would undoubtedly be the first person the parents would think of and continually check on after the initial event. In those films, the parents tended to act a little carelessly. Number 9. The Santa Claus 1994. While the point of the Santa Claus is Scott Calvin being a jerk, this film is full of nasty actions and other issues. Nobody cared that Santa died, which is a horrific event in and of itself. There are also odd components, such as an inexplicable newborn elf with no parents in sight and Santa's admission to doing narcotics in the 1960s. Tim Allen's Santa flirts with an elf who appears to be his daughter. There are fat-phobic jokes, and the ex's co-parenting is abysmal. In that regard, it's essentially a how not to manual, especially in terms of whether or not the child believes in Santa. Number 8. Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer 2000. Based on a novelty Christmas song from 1979, Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer contains everything you might desire in a zany animated film. There's a sweet elderly lady heroine, a small-town backdrop, and some great tunes. A terrible sleigh accident, Santa on trial, and the CEO of a greedy firm are all handled at the conclusion. The messaging is all over the place, the plot is ridiculous, and the animation belongs firmly in the year 2000, albeit it didn't look great even then. The namesake song was already irrelevant when the film was made, and now that it's all but gone, the existence of the film seems more ridiculous than ever. Number 7. How the Grinch Stole Christmas 2000. How the Grinch Stole Christmas is jolly and adorable in many ways, and a lot of it depends on whether or not Jim Carrey's slapstick humor appeals to you. The live-action adaptation of the famous tale includes some unsettling moments despite the stunning sights. First off, it's not fair to attribute the Grinch's behavior to his too-size-is-too-small heart. It can be explained by the trauma he experienced as a newborn and toddler. Sexual innuendo is prevalent in this Christmas movie, which is common in many family movies. Number 6. The Santa Claus 2 2002. Tim Allen plays a divorced father who assumes the role of Santa Claus after the real one vanishes in the first Santa Claus movie. The sequel has to conjure up a plot somehow. It's a little quaint and seems more out of date every year that Santa requires Mrs. Claus to be content and happy. Only a few dates have been spent together before he rushes her to the altar and whisks her away to the North Pole. Number 5. Bad Santa 2003. While Bad Santa performed well critically and financially at the time, many viewers were left with a sense of mild distaste and not enough chuckles to compensate upon rewatching. Billy Bob Thornton's department store Santa spews insults like no other, ranging from misogyny to homophobia. The Coen brothers, according to the writers, drew the line at Down syndrome wisecracks, removing several from the film, but that appears to be their only need. In 2016, a stupid sequel followed, leaving us with no doubt that Bad Santa should be left in the past. Number 4. Elf 2003. Elf is a fan favorite for good cause, but there are certain cringe-worthy moments sprinkled throughout its wholesomeness that are very troubling. One of the most powerful scenes is when Buddy sings in the shower with Jovi, fully oblivious to how wrong it is to be in there with her without her knowledge or agreement. Countless other moments have aged terribly, but the portrayal of Miles Finch is the worst. The problem isn't with the actor, the outstanding Peter Dinklage, but with the cheap gags he gets throughout his parts. Number 3. Love Actually 2003. Love is the epitome of toxic relationships that deceives people into thinking it's romantic. Mark's treatment of Juliet is atrocious until the end when he proclaims his love for her, especially given that she is the wife of his best friend. While Jamie and Aurelia studying one another's languages are beautiful, and his great romantic gesture makes viewers swoon, Aurelia learning English just in case seems stupid and odd. There is also ridicule of Americans, unresolved adultery, fat phobia, and other difficult concerns, among other things. Number 2. The Polar Express 2004. When it was first released, the Polar Express was hailed for its innovative use of motion capture technology coupled with CGI animation and live action. However, the approach did not catch on, and almost 2 decades later, the animation style is far creepier than we remember. The youngsters aren't any better than Tom Hanks' genial conductor, who has a glazed and evil look. The Polar Express is a modern masterpiece, yet it's also undoubtedly odd. Number 1. Grumpy Cat's Worst Christmas Ever 2014. It becomes increasingly difficult to imagine why someone would film a movie featuring a talking cat that doesn't move its mouth the further away we go from the phenomenon that was Grumpy Cat. The actors give their best shot in front of the temperamental cat, but they don't get anything in return. The signature frown still occasionally causes a smile, but after 92 minutes the joke has become old hat. So guys, that was it for this video. What did you think about our video? Let us know in the comment section below. If you are new to our channel, be sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell to get notified about our latest videos. Thanks for watching.